So for today, I'm going to do the 5 best stadium modifications, renovations, etc. And these are not in any particular order, but since the 5 worst did so well, I decided I'd do the 5 best using Google Maps here. So first off, I have for you Fenway Park's Green Monster seating area, and they didn't have seating on top of the Green Monster until 2004, and when they finally did put it up there, they had this nice exclusive seating area that pretty much no ballpark has like it because nobody has a wall like that, and you just have these single rows, 3 I believe it is, where you can just kind of focus on the game and not be crowded out. And there's only so many of those tickets in what's already considered a pretty iconic baseball park to begin with. So generally it's a pretty good renovation. Next, I have for you Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and what they did here was completely transform the stadium with the giant canopy that they put to block out the sun, and you would never know that this stadium used to be a multi-purpose stadium. And the reason that it could be converted so well is because it was more of a football shape. It was not like a circular shape like the cookie cutters, and so they were able to convert it to football pretty easily. And they also replaced all of the orange seating with teal seating, still colors for the Miami Dolphins. And this renovation really did turn out well and really just kind of looks like a new stadium, even though for the most part it's the old stadium just with a roof and new seating in it. Next, I have Coors Field in Denver, Colorado, and what they did here is they took whole sections of the upper deck in right field out and replaced them with restaurant and standing room areas, kind of like the Progressive Field renovation, except they just put those blocks there and no restaurants. But this one, they actually made good use out of the space with the restaurant areas here, and it looks a lot better just site-wise, and it has a lot more use, and it really has given a new life to what's now a 20-plus-year-old ballpark with decent views. Next, I have one of the stadiums that was on the worst list with the best list here. And other than the shipping containers, the Progressive Field renovation was pretty good. And what they did was they completely demolished the entranceway and just made it an entirely open concept with just a big plaza standing area. And before, it used to just be like a wall and restaurants, like concession style restaurants, and it just, the flow wasn't good. You had to go into that side of the concourse there to get into the stadium, and it was nothing like this. I mean, this has the bullpens right there to see. That wasn't like that before. It used to be you could barely look into the bullpens before, or it was really crowded, and so that made it a lot nicer too. And then you have in the corner of the stadium the corner bar, which is a 2-level bar and fits way more people than the old batter's eye bar that they used to have. And they also have plenty of drink rails for standing with really good views. Those used to be fairly expensive tickets, and you can see the proximity to home plate there. So overall, this was a really good renovation for this ballpark, other than the shipping containers, of course, which I mentioned in my other video. Otherwise, it was pretty good. Last, I have Loma Field, which has been renovated several times over now. And one of the best features that they added was in 2003, the Lambeau Atrium, which gave people a place to go to get out of the cold, basically kind of making part of the stadium an indoor stadium because, I mean, it's the coldest place in football to play and to watch a game usually. This really helps in that regard, making it somewhat of a hybrid indoor. But what you also have here is the facade, which was done really well. The old facade, there really wasn't much of one, and they went for like this classic brick look, which looks really good, and it goes around the whole stadium and really gives it a better look, an antique style look almost. And you also have this upper deck that they added a few years ago with a new scoreboard, and it's pretty good. It sticks out a little bit as uneven, but it generally kind of gives the stadium a little bit of a modern twist to it without being like a bad modern twist. And obviously with ticket demand being so high there, they'll definitely sell the seats on a regular basis. So that was the 5. Let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.